remember I told you about rules. You have rules that say you must never, for example, eat chocolate. Must never eat chocolate, because that's not on your diet. And that feels, when you first start out, it feels like, oh, I'm ready for this. I'm really going to lose weight this time on this diet, and I'm not going to eat chocolate. And as I showed you, the longer and the more intense you do this, it leads to psychological deprivation. And psychological deprivation feels like fat. Okay? It doesn't feel good. You're starting to feel a resistance. All right, but you go to a party. Somebody invites you to a party, and it's your best friend. They have a really good party. So you go to the party. Remember, you're on a diet. You can't have chocolate. And she has this platter of Godiva chocolates of every single kind they have. And that we will call temptation, right? It's tempting because your brain is saying, you have a rule that says you must not have chocolate. But you're being tempted, so it looks and feels like that. Okay? Does it not? Yes, it does. Okay. And that eventually, as you keep going by the platter of chocolates, it becomes harder and harder to pass it by. And then pretty soon you're starting to say, well, maybe I'll just have one. And you go and you take one and you start tasting it, and before you know it, you will either have had more chocolates than you would have if you had never been on this silly no chocolate diet, or you may even continue this overeating at home later. You may put some in your purse and eat them at home or whatever it is, but the loss of control feels like that. You've lost control. And that leads to that guilt. Yeah, everybody goes, yeah, that's what it feels. And guilt feels like that. Okay? So we beat ourselves up incessantly. We feel guilty. We're very disappointed in ourselves because we lost control, and we think it's our fault. But now we say, oh, I'm going to go back on that diet, or let's say there's a new diet. But either way, we go on this thing where we say, okay, now I'm really going to be good. I'm really going to do it this time. And that's what I call intention. And intention looks like this. Again, it's like, okay, I'm really going to do it. I'm not eating chocolate. I'm not eating carbs. I'm not eating this. I'm not eating that. And intention finally goes all the way around, and we set those rules again, and it goes back to psychological deprivation, to temptation, to loss of control, intention, and